everybody, to the Diamond Niner Gals podcast. My name is Anna Devereaux, and I am so fortunately joined again this week by my co-host, Madison Sherrill.
We're back together.
And of course, I know, finally. It was such a long time, but we made it. We made it. Producer Brad is also joining us this week.
Hey.
And so fortunately for everybody here, we've got two very special guests that I will let introduce themselves. So come on in, ladies.
Hi, I'm Tegan Ritchie, shortstop.
I'm Olivia Williams. I'm an outfielder.
You do dabble in a little bit of behind the plate.
She does. She dabbles with a catcher's mitt.
You wear some gear. You can say it loud and proud.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think honestly, because we already opened that can of worms, we have to start there. I don't think you understand, Liv, how taken aback I was when someone filled me in on the fact that you catch, because to me that was just such a foreign concept. And I was like our Liv, like my Liv, she does that. Have you always been a catcher in some fashion?
May I? Because I tell this story and I have to tell everyone the first interaction I had with Liv in person, she comes up to me at a camp. I'm working it post done. She goes, you know, I was a catcher in high school. I used to catch. I have my glove with me. And I was like, okay, got it. And then she was an outfielder. But here we are, back to your roots.
Here we are. I caught a little bit in high school, like my senior year. I had to catch because we didn't have a catcher. Growing up, I caught a little bit, but I never really loved it. But now I'm loving it.
So can you tell us all the story? And by us all, I really specifically mean myself. How were you approached in this current season as it's standing now of, hey, Liv, gear up, we're going back?
Well, so Coach Alyssa and Courtney, were kind of telling me, it might happen, just be ready in case it does. And then it was actually, we were in Clearwater, and I think it was the night before the Auburn game, they told me to meet them in the lobby, and they were like, oh, yeah, you're catching tomorrow. I said, okay. So it was kind of just they told me I was going to do it, but it wasn't a big deal to me, really. Yeah. I was freaking out a little bit before the Auburn game, though, just a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's not like and I'm going to say this and people can't beat me, but it's not like she's like, hey, we're playing, Queens tomorrow in a fall game you're going to catch. It was like, hey, we're in Clearwater, one of the biggest tournaments you'll ever play in, and we're playing Auburn tomorrow. You're going to catch.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought that was better, though. Might as well start big. Yeah.
Start big, and then you can only go down from there.
Yeah. Honestly.
I am just so impressed by just your demeanor through this entire thing. I can't even, let's just put it out here. I would have had the complete opposite reaction as to what you're expressing right now. And everybody would have felt it. It would have been, I would have made it everybody's problem.
Yeah.
But
I don't know a world where they ask you.
You know what? And thank you for saying that, because you're so right. I'm so scared of the ball. I had to play outfield anyways. Can you imagine if the pitch is coming at me to be caught in between my eyes? No.
When we first got down here and they put us all in the infield, I was terrified, absolutely terrified of a ground ball, because I've been playing outfield so much. I did not like the infield anymore.
They put what happened? They put you in the infield?
Oh, yeah, we switched positions. Infield would go play outfield, even pitchers. And Brooke was at shortstop with me.
Yeah, she was.
Because there was a chance that worked out.
Yeah.
Honestly, good.
That's awesome, though. I mean, hey, was that right in the fall, in the beginning?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, I love it.
How did you like the outfield, Tegan?
Oh, I love the outfield. I got to just run around, no worries.
It's free. You're so free out there. And the ball comes so much slower.
Yes.
Again, that's how I felt. They put me out there and I was like, I have to worry about just myself, nobody else. Exactly. I can just stand here and just basically have no thoughts and just run where the ball is hit. This is awesome.
The only worry was the fence. That's it. That's the only worry.
Now the fence is a beast sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But that's crazy. I think honestly, I just have to give you both so much credit in terms of your adaptiveness not only obviously from what we've heard tonight position wise, but just this season in general. I mean, we have talked to Coach Court a million times about the existing players or the ones who stayed or by whatever verbiage you want to call it. But I love that you guys are here, and I really want to hear your perspective too. You know, we've heard it a few weeks before from Brooke, from London, from I think those were the only two who really were here last season. But I just kind of want to hear from you guys what the transition was like, what your thoughts were. This is a safe space, even though it will be aired to the entire world. But just let it all out. I want to hear your story.
Liv, you want to go first or me?
I can go first. So coming in the fall when like meeting the coaches, I was kind of like hesitant because of like what we came from and stuff. But coaches love them. They're very caring people and stuff. And I feel like it's been like we've been riding the wave a little bit, but like we're getting there. And I think it's like coming together like all now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. These coaches kind of just like took everybody in and like leaned on us of like how things kind of run as a team. I would definitely say that like we can just play carefree, like no worries. You don't have to like worry about what they're thinking all the time because they'll tell you, they'll be straight up with you and honest, and I like that. But yeah, overall, it's been like a great experience so far. Getting used to everyone on the team, like Liv said, I think we're finally starting to kind of bring everything together on the field and just working together as a team.
Yeah, that's awesome. It does feel like everyone's a little bit carefree and everyone's just walking around. And knowing Courtney, she is pretty straightforward, which is nice.
So carefree that Brooke Bowling's returning for a 5th year.
Yep.
You knew that already. Don't be surprised.
I wanted to
Don't
ask
you
her. I
dare.
didn't know.
She's like, are you serious?
Announced on the Diamond Niner podcast? This is crazy. Breaking news.
Right, literally.
But I wanted to ask you guys, I think I kind of asked London and Aubrey this last week, but you had kind of talked about the team kind of hitting stride, doing all that stuff. You rode the wave a little bit. Where do you think the team has improved most? Like coming from the first game to now, what do you think has been the biggest like improvement, both like on the field and I guess off the field?
I feel like on the field, like I think we're kind of understanding the concept, like especially like going into on Saturday when we won one game, we lost one game. Like we have to like understand like the pressure isn't on us. Like we can't put the pressure on ourselves. Like we have to go out there and compete and like really play our game. And I think like we're really doing a good job of like playing our game. Our bats are coming alive. Our defense is coming alive. And I think we look like on the field, like we look really good.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. And I think one of the biggest differences from like the start of season to now is I think we're really starting to like close games and like finish them. So like say a team's like say we're up 2 in like the last inning. In the past, like at Clearwater, like just being honest, like they've had some comebacks and we ended out with the L. But I feel like now, like we're actually starting to close games and like our Clearwater weekend, like on paper, it's not great, but like the games as a whole, like we battled the entire time. And I believe we should have won at least 4 out of the 5 games that we played, but that was early in the season. Like we just weren't doing the best closing games. But I think now, like if you put us in Clearwater where we're at right now, I think that weekend looks completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that's the fun though, is like that's literally what softball season is. It is this continuous learning curve of, okay, this is what we started with. You guys saw in Clearwater, there was no secret. This is what we're capable of. And it's like, okay, how do we use everything that we learned about each other, about the game, about our opponents, whatever else it is, and get to a point where, as you guys said, being able to then close those out so that on paper it's not what could have been. It's we did, and look at the position that it's put us in. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I think it's huge too, because Courtney had mentioned in the beginning, like we knew that Clearwater wasn't going to be easy. Like, I mean, the first like 20 games were crazy games. Yeah. And I think it was like a crazy stat where it was like 16 of the 20 were Power 5, or like 16 of the 20 had been to a regional the year prior. So like it was hard, but it's nice to hear that you like the goal was that it was going to prepare you for this. So it's nice that the team, it sounds like everyone used that, built on it, and moved forward and got better from it, which is great. It's all you can ask for.
It is. It's fun. It is. I think to again back to one of Madison's statements of the 16 of the 20 being in the NCAA tournament or whatever you want to call it. Like those stats, and Court said it a couple podcasts ago. Yeah, they carry weight, but they only mean so much. And I think she put a lot of emphasis when talking to us about you're not playing the team across their chest. The game of softball doesn't know it's anybody's game. And I agree. And I think too, you look at how you guys have performed in conference play up to this point, and you think about preseason rankings that nobody cares about anyways. Mm-hmm. But it's like that's nothing than someone else using some statistics and their own personal opinion to make a list, and I don't know. I think I like that it's given you guys some grit of, in a way, we're the underdog. What do we have to lose? And I think that's definitely shown to be true in conference play, which has just been fun to watch. So, especially against ECU.
Elephant in the room. Thank God.
In the room. We hate them. We hate the Pirates.
We'll keep it on our side since we're alums. We can say this. But thank God, everyone hates the Pirates. But I guess going into this past week,
their fan base.
Oh, and their fan base.
Tell me more about that. Tell me more.
Me and Anna weren't there. Elephant in the room. Both of us were out of town and could not be there, which I had complained about prior in the last podcast, how I said that I don't know who planned it. But can you talk about the atmosphere in the most, PG way possible?
There were some partiers on the top row of the stands that were getting into it. a little more than the average fan.
Was that game? What game was like? Did it start right from the beginning? Game one.
It was probably it's probably started more the night game on Friday.
Gotcha.
And then kind of bleeded into Saturday.
Gotcha. So how did you do? I'm not much. I don't like when people talk crap. Okay, I'm sensitive. I don't like it. I think everyone needs to keep their opinions in the stands to themselves. Okay. If you're not on the field, you keep your opinion to yourself. If you're on the field, you can say as much as you want. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask, how do you feel like people did great because we won, but coming from game 2 on Friday night, hearing all that, kind of the chatter, how do you feel the team did kind of ignoring it and then moving on to the second game?
I honestly think nobody even really mentioned it on our team about it bothering them, because I think at the end of the day, we knew we could beat them. We won them the first day, whatever, it is what it is. And we always talk about like what I was talking about earlier, closing, what are we going to do different tomorrow? Because obviously we know we can beat them. We hit all of their pitchers. It was no surprise that we could do it. So it was more so just worrying. We talk big about trying to beat ourselves rather than the other team. So it's try to be better than yourself the day before. So it's kind of that thought process going into the next day, I think.
I thought the atmosphere was good. The gold mine always shows up for the games. I feel like we do a really good job. If there are people chirping us a little bit, we kind of just tell everybody hey, don't worry about it. Don't look at them. Don't give them your attention. That's what they want and stuff like that. So I feel like we do a good job of it. It doesn't really bother us.
I always said I was so glad the gold mine was on our side because, man, first of all, they know how to navigate an Instagram profile, and they will find out all the personal details about you before the game.
Yep.
And I'm just glad it was never used as a weapon, against us at least.
Do you think they have a spreadsheet that they fill out together?
Probably. Would not surprise me.
I think they would.
That's who we need to get on here.
Yeah, get the whole gold mine on here.
Okay, wait, Madison, we'll talk offline.
We'll get back to you guys.
It could be cool.
Yeah,
it could be kind of cool.
Well, we'll get them going. But yeah, I'm always I say this every time. I love the support of the gold mine. No other college softball team has a gold mine. But I guess going through the week.
Not yet, anyway.
Well,
We're gonna set the standard probably, and everybody's just gonna wanna do everything that we do. You know, that would be ideal at least.
yeah. Well,
I didn't do my research. All I know, and Madison can speak to it, is that you guys are going to be on the road for the next 8 games. Is this true?
Yeah, I think so.
true story.
Are you guys okay?
You know, I love living out my suitcase, so it'll be fun.
That wasn't very convincing, but I believe you. But the suitcase comment does make me remember, do you guys still do what was it called? The equipment bag that has all the extra socks and
The what is it called?
The blood bag?
Yes.
the blood bag.
Yes.
And how often are you in that thing? Is the better question.
I don't think we used a lot. I was in it. Actually, I was in it last weekend because I needed a new pair of pants.
There it is.
So for those who are listening, I'm going to answer what a blood bag is, okay? It has extra everything. An extra jersey, it has extra pairs of pants in every size, in every color. It has extra stirrups of everything. It has extra socks. It has literally anything extra you would need. This blood bag has it.
Because I don't know if our viewers, I don't know the experience level of everybody. If you've ever been in a college locker room packing for an away trip, let's just say, I mean, you look around you, you've got 25 accountability partners, right? Of like, okay, I've got 3 pairs of spandex, I've got 6 pairs of socks, I've got all my game pants, my jerseys, my visors. Yet you get there to that hotel and you start unpacking, laying out your outfit for the next day.
Outfit, by
And
the way.
suddenly there was a hole in the bottom of your bag and you're like 11 pairs of socks short.
But you didn't forget pants though, right, Liv? You just needed a new pair.
So I needed a new pair because they didn't fit. So funny story, I actually looked at the tag and it was Kai Garrett's old pants. So I looked at it and I was like, these are not going to fit me. I already know.
Miss Kaya Garrett, beyond the grave, contributing.
Yep. Always.
That is awesome. Yeah, you know what, Anna? I'm not gonna brag or anything. I don't think I've ever forgotten anything.
I'm not even going to make that comment because we're on the road for the next 8 games.
Yep, don't you dare.
I've seen people forget a lot of things, Liv. I've seen people forget their glove,
Cleats. We've seen forgotten cleats.
their helmet.
Yeah, I can't.
Yep.
You're
Tegan is like, what's it called? Repent.
repent. I don't know. She's not wanting anything that we're talking about here.
Whatever it is. I'll check. I'll look it up later.
I left a jersey on the bus and I brought it with me. I just left it on the bus. Worst mistake of my life. Never again.
You forgot it on the bus though, so you were okay to go get it. Or did the bus go away?
No.
Got yelled at.
The bus was
It was
away.
still there.
Oh.
No, the bus
Like-
was still there. It was just like, it wasn't a good thing that happened.
Happens the best.
Yeah,
of us.
sorry, my internet.
So I like the term you just used, yell. You know, again, I keep saying off record as if this isn't going to be aired to the whole world. But let's say, safe space. Coaches, they have a pass tonight. They can say whatever they want. Who is the disciplinary coach of the group?
Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no
Actually-
question.
Courtney, I think Bailey could really do it too.
Well,
Good for her.
It's like different though, because like it's about different things that like Bailey will get onto us about. Obviously,
Bailey's mad you didn't fill out your sandwich form. Courtney's mad you forgot your jersey on the bus.
yeah, exactly. But Courtney,
Correct.
honestly, like, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I left my jersey on the bus again at FAU, but like, there was no repercussions. I was fine. I was chilling.
Girl,
So, like,
you have
it
got
was
to get a
okay. It was
system for
good.
that.
I feel like they all can get
Yeah.
mad. It just depends on what we do. And if you get them to that point, then something bad has happened. So
I think Jake. I don't think Jake will get mad.
Jake does get mad.
He gets mad. Yeah, he gets mad.
Are we kind of losing? Is anybody else, or is Tegan breaking out for anybody else?
Yeah.
She is for me too.
Okay.
Me.
Just a little spotty, sorry.
Tegan, I just want to hear all your thoughts and dreams, but I can't because you keep breaking out.
Same.
I know. I'm literally
And
out in,
everything
like, the boon.
to say about Coach Shake. I'm kidding.
Can you hear me now?
That's much
Yes.
better.
It's better. Okay, I'm using my
Yeah.
hotspot on my phone because the first time it cut off with my own Wi-Fi. So
Oh, nope. This is perfect.
okay.
Love it.
Well, talking about Tegan, I'd love to talk about her more.
Me too.
3 home runs in one game. In one day, sorry. One game's crazy, but close. Can you
It's only a matter of time.
just walk me through? I love these questions. Like, walk me through what you were thinking. I know you weren't thinking anything, but I want to hear your emotion. You know, like, I know you weren't like, I think I'm going to hit 3 home runs today. But just tell me about your emotions. Just tell me about the whole thing. 3 home runs in one day, and then on a roll today. I want to hear about your thoughts. That's all.
Honestly, it's kind of funny, but like when I'm in the box, every single at bat, I'm singing like Miss Jackson, like the song, like "Sorry, Miss Jackson." Like I'm singing it out loud to where like the catcher and the umpire definitely hear me. And that's all I'm doing every single at bat. And I was just thinking like I'm gonna swing at the first strike that I get, and that's kind of what helped the whole weekend. Like my first at bat on Friday, very first pitch was a strike, like home run. So like I'm honestly like on deck circle, I'm just repeating that song in my head and then singing it out loud when I'm like literally in the box, like with the bat on my shoulder. So there's literally no thoughts, just that song. Yep, I know.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo! That's what it goes like.
Yep.
By the
I'm
way.
just how do
Yeah, I
we
know,
get how do we get an NIL deal with Outcast for you?
That's what I'm saying.
Or
And
is
I like
management team?
repeat.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I just
I
sorry,
think so.
Outcast.
I'll
But,
look it up.
yes.
Both
Crazy.
members of Outcast are still alive. Everyone can calm down for a second.
Yeah.
2 people.
You know, all right. That's I'm embarrassed.
But Tegan,
My age is showing.
Tegan, I'd like to tell you something personal. I hate when batters sing in the box, but it works. Because here's the thing: as a catcher, you're like, "Is this person crazy?" Like,
Yeah.
Liv, maybe you experience this.
I can attest to that.
It's or the people who talk to themselves. Ooh, hate it.
I hate
Yeah.
the people who like when they take, they're like no or like yes, and then it makes me laugh when the umpire actually calls it a strike after they just said no, and it's kind of like just I don't know. It's like
Liv, I know you are biting your tongue not to say anything back. I know you are.
I actually have said a couple things.
Yeah, there it is.
The batter says no. Liv's like, yes.
I have done that before.
Yeah. Well, Tegan, you know
So-
what? If it works, it works. I
Yeah,
don't.
and I know I saw the comment. I don't know who just commented it on our like little podcast thing, but somebody said, "Why is my walk-up song like "Looking for Love" by Johnny Lee?" And it's actually funny because the first time I started singing like "Sorry, Miss Jackson" was the North Texas series, and I think it was like the second or third game. That song, it played every single time I got up to bat, like every single time. And so I was like already just singing it. And then one of the games I went like 3 for 3 with like 2 doubles, a single, like I just like went off and I was like singing it in the box. So I was like, oh, maybe it'll help out a little bit. And then ever since then, like whenever I'm kind of struggling, you know, I mean, the announcers said it every single game. I was like 1 for 20. Like that's all they want to talk about. And then
Don't get me
this
started
weekend
on
I'm
these
like, all right.
Don't
I know.
get me started on the commenters. Okay?
So I was like, and I wasn't singing then. So I was like, well, let me just let me try to switch it up. So then I started singing and I did what I did. So I was like, maybe I'll just sing. And it's the same 2 lines. It's like the sorry Miss Jackson part, and then it's like me and your daughter. But that part, I sing the whole line on repeat. Like on repeat.
That is so good.
Forget like a game plan. Forget looking for an outside pitch. Forget where you stand in the box. Forget using your legs. Miss Jackson.
Yep.
That's it.
And you can ask Coach Courtney. She'll say something. She literally tells me before I get in the box, go ahead and sing your song. Like, she'll tell me. That's all she tells me. Like, if you ever see her talking to me, she's like, go ahead and sing Miss Jackson. I'm like, all right. Or like if I get
Why do I want to make
like,
a shirt with Tegan's face on it that just says Miss Jackson?
Anna, you know I have a cricket. We could do it.
Again, hey, let's talk offline. I've got some ideas brewing right now. So
wear Miss pregame shirts. Get the whole team song. Wear Miss pregame.
that's good. That's good.
Don't tempt me. Hobby Lobby has a sale for t-shirts right now.
Madison knows because she's a cricket.
I have a cricket, if anyone wanted to know. Diner Nation, if you need anything made, I have a cricket. Let me know.
You cannot volunteer yourself for that. You know that is just not going to end well.
Well, Liv, do you have a pre-hit mantra? Do you sing or are you quiet?
Yeah, what Outcast song do you sing?
I'm quiet. I'm quiet. Actually, Courtney does make me laugh before I go up to the plate. She likes to make fun of me because I wear my ears out of my visor. So she takes her ears out of her hat and just kind of sits there and claps, and it makes me laugh. But she'll usually do that.
That's fair. Yeah. Put those things in.
No.
Keep telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just feel like you can hear better with them out?
No. When I wear my sunglasses, they kind of just sit there. So.
I will say that's a funky combo. Trying to get the sunglasses in underneath the visor. I mean, it's doable.
No,
I'm not
I've
making
done
excuses for her, Madison. I'm not making excuses for her. I'm just trying to advocate for her. I'm trying to see her side of the story.
Yeah. But I always tell Courtney, I don't got big ears. My ears are small. So.
Oh, you got small little baby ears.
I got baby ears, so I don't think it looks funky.
I actually have never noticed that you don't. Let's look up pictures of you. I don't know if I've ever seen it and been like, ooh. Because usually when people have them outside the visor, you can tell.
Yeah. Well, that's because from the front, they're like this. But if Liv has little tiny baby ears, we probably just have no idea.
Oh.
Tegan can attest to it.
Yeah.
Tegan?
She's always done it. I don't do it. Yeah, she has little tiny baby ears. She does it she's been doing that as long as I've known her. Ever since we were little on Team NC.
Little tiny baby ears.
God, we're looking at him. I'm loving that. Now, okay, new idea for a t-shirt, Madison. Combo.
Baby ears? Oh.
Well,
yep.
A little Miss Jackson with Tegan, and then Liv, and somehow I put some really fun ears on her.
You need to make it
like an animal ear of some sort.
We'll just make we'll just make a shirt with all of these little things on them.
There is actually a picture that exists of me and Courtney with our ears out, standing next to each other.
Go ahead and send that to me.
Yeah.
If you could.
I can do that.
Could you send that?
Me to have that.
I can do that.
Amazing. Wow, I'm learning so many fun things today about you guys. So wait, go back though. You said since you've known her, I didn't know you guys played travel ball together.
Yeah,
is this public knowledge?
14. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little babies.
Yeah, our whole class was together.
Yeah. Say that again, Tegan.
I was saying we used to run it up in the middles, me and Liv, short and second.
So she played second, caught, and played outfield?
I played a little bit of third.
She played
short.
So when did you start getting scared of the ball?
When Courtney put me back in the infield in the fall.
Do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you guys always like each other? Or was it I tolerate her because she's my teammate?
I think we're hitting a nerve.
Oh no!
You've asked a crazy question.
It was just funny.
We always plug.
It was just funny because we talked about this the other day. It's not gonna be. We can't talk about it here, but it was just silly stuff. But now we're tight. We're locked in.
You know, college will do that to you. Where I didn't play. I didn't come to Charlotte with anyone that I knew from when I played. But
you're from very far away.
there was no one even in the state of North Carolina that I played travel ball with. But when you get to college, it's different than like your travel teammates because you only see them, you know, a couple days a week, weekends. Gosh, I don't know for you guys, but as a freshman, I was like, I'm with these women all the time. Like you really are with them 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you kind of have to like each other.
Yeah,
It's like having coworkers at 14, like full-time coworkers that you only get to hang out with on the weekends for really, really elongated, angry periods of time. You know, that'll naturally just create some turmoil, I feel like.
Yeah.
But you're both from here.
We squashed the bug freshman year.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
We got
Sure.
We met up
Yeah.
the cafeteria and talked it out.
And Sophie?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And so we solved our problems.
They did.
Oh. Sophie only caused problems for me, so I can't relate. But
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's valid
But-
statement.
Sophie?
Sophie?
Sophie's like across from Halshauser.
Yeah, I'm following. Sorry, you just, I don't know what just happened. You really lost me for a second. I was like, who's Sophie and why don't I know her? And why is she solving all of our issues all of a sudden? Anyways.
But I guess, so you're both from here. I love knowing everyone's recruiting story. Obviously, it's different because you have a different staff. But what about Charlotte as like just a school made you guys stay in state other than going out of state?
Well, it's kind of, for me, it's like I'm like 2.5 hours away. So it's like a good mix. Like I can drive home if I want to. But like I came up here and the campus is so pretty. So I feel like the campus, the people, the atmosphere, what's not to like about Charlotte, really?
Yeah, I mean, mine would be the same thing. I'm only 45 minutes away, so like I'm home right now, on our like off days or whatever. But I would say the same thing. And like the athletics is competitive. Like they call us like a mid-major program, but we're still playing like all these Power 5 teams. So that was really attractive to me too.
Yeah.
I can speak, I know Madison can't, on behalf of being in state. And just, I really do, you know, obviously I can't make any testament to what it's like being how many miles away from your family, Madison? 2,000 or something?
2,560 something.
Not to be specific.
No, not that I'm counting.
But I do. I think there's something about being able to experience being on a college athletic team and kind of bobbing around, whether it's in state or otherwise, but just having the flexibility to be home or whenever you've got a long weekend and it's a holiday or whatever it may be. Like I think I know that neither of you do take advantage of it, but I will say from my perspective, from my old hindsight years and years ago, it's definitely just something to keep in the back of your mind of just how fortunate you guys are to be able to play in your home state and just kind of the fun of it all and having parents close by. Madison couldn't hug her mom all the time, so she'd hug mine instead. And
You know, kind of, but my parents came out to every.
a lot, actually. You know what? You're a special case because I think I saw Madison's parents more than my own sometimes. So you're right.
But I think it's cool. I think it's cool that you can get such high level play. Like you're saying, Tegan, of like, technically we're a mid-major, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, it doesn't feel like we're stuck in this mid-major rut of like, you know, playing the same teams that are kind of our level. I think softball is unique. Like, you have such a big schedule. You can play the best teams that you want. So it's great that Charlotte, you know, in the past has always played great teams, and Courtney's made it clear she wants to do the exact same thing year over year. So it's nice that you can stay close to home at a beautiful campus. Liv, you're right. We have the prettiest campus. I will tell everyone. Mm-hmm. And softball has the best facilities, especially now.
In the whole conference,
Yes.
one would say.
Oh, not to, be rude or anything, but when I first got to Charlotte and like the indoor facility, I was like, this is so nice. And then this was like until season, I was like, oh yeah, we have nice facilities. And then we'd go to these places, like Power 5 places, and I'd be like, these people have nothing compared to us. Like, we have the nicest indoor. I don't think I've ever been to an indoor that's nicer than ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to say that too.
I 100% agree. And soon there won't be a locker room that's nicer than ours either.
Right.
Yep.
So
Right.
to everybody else. Yeah, and you guys are playing at Chapel Hill Wednesday. And I think back to our original point, and obviously we played ECU this past weekend, the level of competition you get even from just the state of North Carolina, like that makes it fun. It's that ongoing rival of the best teams in the state, and who's gonna take home the crown of being that. And so I think every year it never even really matters who. I feel like the upsets always come from within the state lines because there's always just an extra chip on your shoulder when you're playing somebody right down the road. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
And I'll go back to your point. I just counted. It's 8 away games in a row. Okay. Yes.
Continue.
Okay. It is 8 home games in a row. Okay. And we don't have a home game at the Sioux until April 15th. Okay. So I'm going to get a little serious, I guess, and actually ask a question that has to pertain to softball. What's the most important thing for you guys over the next 8 games that you feel like the team needs to focus on, of not being home and living out of a suitcase, using the blood bag? Hopefully not. But what do you feel like is most important for you guys to really like focus on?
I feel like we just have to keep playing our game, keep being competitive and stuff, and just like roll over what we did with ECU into the 8 games. But I feel like when we do get on the road, we get really close because we have team time and stuff. So I feel like we play good on the road.
Team time.
I would agree.
What's team time?
Well, so like not really team time, but like when we eat, so they'll let us go out for dinner on our own with per diem and stuff. But like when they have dinner brought in, like we all have to eat together. And hang out.
Sorry, Tegan, you can go now.
Oh, no, you're fine. I mean, mine's the thing. I just think just having like the underdog mentality going into away games also helps because like, what do we have to lose? Like, we're traveling, so might as well just play hard. We're already out here, different state. Like, we're not leaving until the game's over, so might as well just ball out when you're in between the lines.
Yeah.
There's nothing that better than going into somebody else's house and just causing mass destruction. Not someone, just in a softball sense. That was actually a really bad analogy.
It's like, you break into someone's home and you ruin
Okay, let me set the record straight. I don't go into people's houses and cause mass destruction. Okay, this is forget it. Let me sit on that one. I'm sorry.
It's off the record. Thanks, Tegan.
It's off the record just for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Anyways, that's I was just looking at the same schedule. It's funny just looking at, I forget sometimes that we've made a conference swap because I'm looking at Tulsa and I'm like, what? A non-conference series? But that's so conference now. And I guess then, though neither of you ever played while we were in the American.
They won the American.
Or I mean in Conference USA, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
wasn't
this lineup is all you guys know.
Yep.
Kind of nice.
Well, there's a lot of teams that are in the American now that were the only good teams in Conference USA. So the good thing is,
Texas,
yeah, those are the ones that like should have gone with us. There's nothing like going to Bowling Green, Kentucky, though, to go to Western Kentucky. You guys will never have the pleasure.
Yeah, we've heard stories.
Yeah, we hear a lot of stories about Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is. It's interesting because, and again, back to Liv's point of this being the prettiest campus, you really do not just other campuses, but you like go into these different towns and you're like, what do people do for fun here? Like what do you do if you're just like bored on a Wednesday?
Yep.
You go for a walk, you know?
Yep.
And where? I mean, we are fortunate to live in Charlotte, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
For sure. Are you guys roommates, Tegan and Liv? Oh.
I live with Jenna and Lillian, and then a golf player.
A female
Yeah.
golfer? Oh, obviously.
Yes.
Now Madison.
But they're awesome. Golf is it? I have to ask more questions about this. Sorry, this is the Diamond Niner Gals podcast, but I'm going to ask about this golf player. Is she
Off the
they're,
record.
like off the record? They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're like doing good.
They are doing good. I lived with her my freshman year in the dorms. So
Oh,
Is she going to teach you how to golf after you graduate college?
yes, I'm trying to get free golf lessons out of her. So
As you should. Because I'll tell you, as an adult who golfs, that's expensive.
it is.
So
I golfed my senior year of high school. So I know a little bit.
that's so cool.
Tegan,
Yeah.
have you ever golfed?
No. It makes me
Yeah.
angry.
I tried once.
I would do disc golf, you know, like where they throw the frisbees. I'll do that. That's the only kind of golf I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Fun question. If you didn't play college softball, what other college sport would you play?
I mean, here she goes.
Basketball.
I feel like I'd
Basketball.
play golf.
Basketball. Golf. Interesting.
Or hockey. I kind of want to know how to play hockey. I'm
What
just
school
not
are you
good.
going to play hockey?
What?
I
I
said,
know
what
hockey.
school would you go to?
Like, you just get a hit. Like you literally just hit people.
Yeah,
You
true.
can't
That is
untuck
true.
your ears in a hockey helmet. Whatever will you do?
I don't know. I guess I'll just play golf.
Wow.
That's
All
so
right, well-
interesting.
So Tegan would have been a basketball star and Liv would have been a golf star.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Tegan,
hockey in her free time.
She's
Yeah.
not doing hockey. Tegan, did you play basketball in high school?
I did my freshman year, and then I stopped because after COVID happened, I didn't go to school sophomore year. And then when junior year came around, I was trying to like just get recruited, so I was like dropped it. But yeah, I played basketball since kindergarten all the way up to freshman year of high school. But don't ask me to shoot. I was a post player through and through. I can box people out, get rebounds. It's about as good as it'll get. Yeah, good as
Yeah,
it'll get.
girl. What year were you guys recruited to play at Charlotte?
21?
No, wait, yeah, no, no.
it was our junior year. 20,
Junior-
21.
22, because senior year was 2023. We graduated in 23.
I thought it was 21.
No, because we were 2023 graduates.
It was
So
the end of 21. September of 2021.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Either one, 2021, 2022.
Tegan is not good with numbers. That is not her
Yeah,
fault.
I was just going to let you guys figure that out.
But we lived through freshman year. We had the same math class. We were locked in there too. She helped me out a lot.
Off the record.
Yeah, I was.
And you know what? That's what being a teammate is really all about.
Exactly.
It was teamwork. Yeah, it was teamwork.
It's a team GPA. They don't
Yeah.
care about your individual GPA. I mean, come on.
Are you both the same major or are you just in the same like introduction math class?
It was,
It was just
it was just,
introduction.
yeah.
What are your
What
guys'
is your majors?
I'm a communications major.
And I'm health systems management. But I want to coach, so like
Smarty pants.
Yeah, I'm a coach too, so
days together. Hopefully, the plan.
Cool. I
Wow.
love it.
Are you both
That
on
is-
track to graduate in 4 years, or are you going to graduate early or late? Doesn't matter.
I potentially can graduate next summer, I think. So I'll probably do that
Okay, or do that, or I will support you.
and get a grad certificate my senior year.
Okay, you can do that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Would recommend.
Yeah.
Would recommend. What about you, Tegan?
I have no clue. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't talked about it with Adam or anything. I don't know. I'm just taking the classes he tells me I need to take.
Wait, you guys are both sophomores, right?
Yeah.
You have so much time on your hands. I don't even know why we're saying the G word.
You can still
but
switch your major 3 times and still graduate in 4 years.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I don't really know.
Rightfully so.
Quick shout out to Adam. Just a quick shout out to him. You know,
Yeah.
him, Adam and Mark. Those are my guys.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, so different majors, and we're sophomores. I didn't know why I thought you guys were juniors.
I literally was thinking the same thing, and I'm trying to figure out why I thought that too.
Huh. Well, I guess I asked London kind of the question, and I kind of asked Aubrey this, but how do you feel like you guys, because both of you guys were high contributors last year, like you guys played a lot as freshmen, which is hard to do. We had kind of talked last week about how playing as a freshman is like a lot of pressure. How do you think you guys have grown, like from your freshman year to now? Do you think there's like a big difference? And I want to hear about it.
Yes. I used to get sped up a lot as a freshman. And I think that I'm like slowly like knowing the game and stuff a lot better, and like just knowing like stuff comes more natural. But I play more carefree now than I did last year.
Yeah, I would kind of say the same thing. I don't really know if I was more sped up last year or this year. It kind of just depends on the day. But I definitely think that I've took on like the more of like a leadership role, especially with like some of the other freshmen in the infield, like kind of taking them under my wing and like being like, it's okay to get sped up sometimes. Like you'll get out of it, it'll be fine. And I think just like leading by example is like a big thing on the team. Like if you see somebody putting in the extra work, like more people are usually going to follow. So I think that's the kind of role that I've stepped into a little bit.
I love that. I think we've talked about it before, and you guys know this, but I feel like with different kind of levels on the team, whether it's your year, whether it's experience from other schools or whatever it may be, we talked more specifically in a leadership stance of having, designated captains or whatever it may be, or leadership council, as some would be familiar with that term. But I think, you find where people bring value in really different ways. Like no one's going to lead the same way. People are going to relate to Liv way differently than they're going to relate to Tegan or to Brooke or to London or anybody else. And so I think being able to kind of settle into your own spot and like Liv, you being able to settle into a position where you're more comfortable and carefree, that you can give off that same kind of energy to somebody else who might need it, and be like, I know what you're feeling right now because that was me last year, and I think Tegan, you too, just being able to step up and kind of know your presence and know the presence and confidence that you do bring to the infield, and owning that. Like, I think it's really cool that you guys are both able to recognize your own growth like that, and it's fun.
I give a lot of credit to London too, because London always told me she was in my position her freshman year, and then so she kind of mentored me with Kayla too, and then now I feel like I am like Breland after she came from the infield to the outfield in the fall. I feel like I'm mentoring her and paving a little bit of a way for her. So that's my little baby freshman right there.
Love girlhood.
I want to talk to her. I was like not stalking her. I was like walking behind her after a game one time, and I was like, do I go up to her and tell her I'm proud of her? I was like, I don't know how to tell her this, but
hey, I know you don't know who I am, but
you're doing awesome.
I'm really proud of you.
Liv, tell her that tomorrow. Tell her I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
She literally
Tell her on behalf of all of us.
She was just over at the house because she wanted me to cook her steak, so I cooked her steak.
Oh wow, she's really like you are really her mentor. That's when you know that you've been taken under someone's wing. I remember when Anna fed me for the first time at her apartment.
Yeah, I
It's
also
just
taught
what's necessary.
Breland how to wash the dishes for the first time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We're
No,
not
I'm
asking any
really
further
paving the way
questions about
for
that.
it. Yeah. You need to meet her. You need to talk to her.
We'll add her to the list.
Yeah, you need to.
Huh. She didn't know how to do dishes?
Or
I
like
don't remember, Madison. No further questions about that. We're just proud of her. Remember?
All right. Well, we will add her to the list, and that's it for today. But thank you both for coming on. We love talking to you guys. And like we said, we got 8 away games. So make sure, Niner Nation, that you are tuning in when it is televised. I'm not sure which ones are and which ones aren't, but make sure you're watching, cheering on the Niners. And until next time, we will be back, Anna and I, together again. And we will see you guys next time. Go Niners!
Well, Niners.